Secrets. Trust. Worth. The bond between souls intertwined within otherworldly intrigue. Michaela Jade brings forth the Elite Warrior series, a collection of dark fantasy romance novels set in a twisted world where power lusts in the hearts of men and devotion seduces the souls of women. Warrior's Secret. Warrior's Trust. And Warrior's Worth. Available now at authormichaelajade.com.
The original intention of the film was just for my personal use, but I thought, with it being such a unique thing, that I'd like to offer it to anybody who wants to see it. On the first visit, Jack took us into his another room, a separate room, and there were these brown parcels full of artwork piled up, and he said to me, "You draw like I do." We were in the studio for 5 hours, you know, it was fantastic, and there's this, he's got this desk, and everything he's ever drawn has come from this desk, and then I would just go with the flow, and that's what this film is about. It's just a unique film of him.
He says, "I beat you." He says, "They say we came in under the dead heat." He says, "That's not true because I beat you." And the American said, "Well," he says, "if you like to think so," he says, "but I know the real story." He says, I know I clearly won that one." See? Well, Joe is 6'3", and I was a run, see, from the Lower East Side. And being Joe's partner was an advantage to me because Joe was believable, you know, they would talk to Joe, and the Goodman brothers would get to know him. Martin Goodman owned Marvel at that time. He went to his mother and he says, "Look, Jackie got a job drawing." He says, "They're paying him for it, they're paying him money for drawing." He says, "Suppose I go with Jackie." He says, "And he says, they'll pay me money." He says, "I'll draw and they'll pay me money." He said, "I'll give the money to you," which we did. We gave it all to our mothers. They called me from Nassau. You know, I lived in Long Island. And they say, "Would you like to come down and draw these guys in training?" I swear, this is not a story. And I said, "Yes, of course, I'd love to come down." And,
From author Brandon Mooers comes an epic tale of armor forged by a god, a hero forged by courage, and an ancient menace poised to re-emerge and threaten our world. Volcana, Rebirth of the Champion, is available on Amazon.com. Get your copy today.
Nothing unusual about a 4 a.m. call to a back alley in downtown Kenton. A young woman lying pristine and unmarked on the cold, hard ground. I get to work quickly, but there's not much to go on here. No marks of any kind, no signs of struggle, just a dead Vic in the middle of an alley. And then there's that. Dead body in a dumpster that looks like a grizzly bear has crawled its way out of his stomach.
Author Cindy Kep is writing on the edge. Books include Remnant in the Stars, The Loudest Actions, Lines of Succession, Mindstorm, Condemned Courier, the Yerushalayim series, and Animal Eye. Find author Cindy Kep at CKOEPP.com today.
In a world ravaged by monsters, a new evil has risen, poisoning the land and threatening humanity. Now, the Monster Matador, along with the meanest and baddest kaiju killers, have joined forces to kick its ass. Monster Matador, Afropocalypse.
There is another world, the world of darkness.
The world is rotting all around me. The stench and decay is present as these flesh eaters all surround me. Covered in blood just to blend in, that's my disguise. I'm trying to find my family, I'm suspecting that they might have died. It ain't so easy believing in peace. We killing zombies who deceased and now deep in the streets. I won't leave in defeat, but still it's hard to cope or find hope when all these evil creatures so eager to eat. Yeah, asylum seekers need to move faster. Everything was fine until they first attacked the newscaster. Body in shock, nothing but doom after. I've even seen them shot and then they move after. Total disaster like I'm on the track of race again. The Midwest was hit the hardest, millions dead in Michigan. This is the end times, homie, I will defend mine. Believe in one piece without leaving people behind. Mass panic, hit the station.
Yeah, look, yeah. Shout out to my man Tom Rapka. Yeah, everybody involved with making the comic. Look, Nick Natoli, yeah, death dwells, this is death dwells, shout out Tom Rapka, baby, this is death dwells, this is death dwells.
pure speculation, just an educated guess, I'd say that man is alive.
The Madness Comic Network and Comic-Related Madness proudly presents Monday Madness, featuring Pops and the Richness, and indie creators from around the world. Tune in to our content on Comic Talk with Pops Van Zant on YouTube.
What's up? What's up? What's up? How you doing, Rich?
Oh,
dude, you don't know what I just spent 4 hours arguing with the people at Sony. I put in to change my email address on my Sony account. Dude, look at my eyes right now. Oh, I gotta kill that light. Dude, for 4 hours.
4 hours.
Change my fucking email address. They screwed it up. Now
Jesus, why?
Now I can't even go online on my PS4 because they got the wrong fucking information. They still got the old email address, even though the website took the email change. My council did not. So now I can't log in on my fucking PS4. I'm mad as hell, dude. For 4 hours. Oh, you got to put it in safe mode and delete everything and reset the defaults. And I'm like, because you guys fucked up an email change, I got to do all that shit to my... Ooh. Angry Pops right now, yo. Dude.
I believe it.
Look, man, you start taking away my escapes, man. Ooh. Anyway, that was how I started my day and how I, like I said, since after I got the kids' lunch, I've been arguing with these people online, and finally I was just like, you know what? I got to go to work, dude. So tomorrow I get to try to explain this shit to somebody else all fucking day. Thanks a lot, man. All I needed was somebody to just change my goddamn email address. Man,
yeah, I don't blame you.
Dude, I'm hot. I can't even play now. I can't even log on to my console and at all. Won't do nothing.
Ugh.
I'm fucking hot, dude.
I don't blame you.
Anyway, we have a guest. Giuseppe. What's happening?
How you doing, Pops?
Hey,
how you doing, Rich?
Hello.
You heard me. I'm
yeah, I know.
Don't need that crap before.
Anytime you call customer service for anything, it's a rigmarole.
It was all in a chat window, and it's like, first they put me in safe mode, and they said, okay, now plug in your controller, and it didn't do anything, and my PlayStation was stuck in safe mode. I was like, oh yeah, this is fun. So then it was like, finally they gave up trying to figure out how to fix that, and just told me go ahead and
just to change your email.
Yeah, dude, they wanted,
because you could do that on a computer. You can go to your
that's what I
PlayStation
did
account
through the website. That's what I did, and it works on the website. I can log in on the website with my new email address, but my console won't accept it.
Did you? I mean, I would try just resetting the console, just wiping it and starting over.
That's what I'm saying. They want me to go wipe
and
it
log in with your new information.
Yeah, and it's like, man, come on, man. I didn't screw this up. You guys did. Why do I got to try and fix it? What? You know what I mean? It's like you guys messed this up. And then, even then, it's like it already says if you try to log in, like create a new user and log in with that email address, it says, oh, no, that one already exists. Like it's creating a new account. And I'm not trying to create a new account. I'm just
But that's why I said I would do a factory reset on it. Just do a factory reset and start over.
I'm angry. Anyway.
I don't blame you.
Anyway, I mean, that's what I do at night, man, when I'm not reading comics. Ain't no night golf. I don't do that glow in the dark golf ball stuff. I have done it.
I subscribe to the George Carlin philosophy on golf.
Hey. I've been an athlete most all my life. It's the hardest thing I ever tried to do. And that ain't no lie. It is the hardest of all of them that I've ever tried to do. I played soccer, football, baseball, Trying to put
that's more about dexterity.
Trying to put that little ball in that hole way the heck over there in a certain amount of shots.
You hit a ball, with a crooked stick, and then you run after it. And then you hit it again.
Oh. Bill Ryder, you're a dick. I'm just saying.
That's messed up.
Wow. Yeah.
Gotta say stuff like that. That hurts feelings.
It's painful. Like it's going to be the same thing, though. It's just like you said, they're going to want me to wipe all my, it's like, how much do I lose if I do that? What do I lose?
I mean, unless you downloaded games to your hard drive, you won't lose anything. And even once you log into your account, you can re-download them.
I mean, I do have stuff that I downloaded.
If you downloaded it, once you re-log in again, those games are linked to your account, so you should be able to re-download them again.
I'm not happy about that.
Yeah.
Ugh. I don't want to delete my user account on my own console.
Well, you're not deleting it. You just factory resetting it, and then think of it like this. Think of it like if your PlayStation broke and you need to go buy a new one. You'd get a fresh one. You'd start from the beginning and log in again. So that's what a factory reset.
Yeah, and I don't know if Sony would accept my login then either. That's the problem.
Well, here's the thing. If you can log in on the website, you'll be able to log in on the PlayStation.
That's what I thought. And it's like, but when I pull my thing up right now, it says sign into the network.
Right, because it has your account on there still. And it's still associating on the PlayStation, it's still associating that account with the other email. That's what I'm saying. If you wipe it, start fresh, and then re-log in with the new information, it should be fine. It should link that account.
It better be, man. And it's not your fault, because that's what they're telling me.
Yeah, I'm just trying to help.
I'm not going to blame you if it don't work.
Yeah, I mean, again, like I said, if you have the account online, you won't lose anything. Your account's there.
Oh, man.
So.
Dude, it's like I just started playing ESO again. Just started playing Elder Scrolls again, man. And it's like, here we go. I'm having a good time. And then it's like, that ancient email, I can't do anything. I don't have access to that ancient email. I need to them and change the old email to the one I use, right? That's all. I'm trying to make it easier on them. Right?
Sometimes it doesn't.
Oh my God!
Do you still have access to that old email?
No. If I did,
that might be the problem. It might have sent a link to that old email saying confirm this change.
No, I mean, I got the verification for the email change to my new email address. I got the verification for the password change to my new email address. I was like, all right, I'm good to go. And console went, no, you ain't.
My God, help me.
That makes me actually, though.
What makes you laugh?
What Pale Rider says.
If it makes you feel better, I don't really have my PS4 and my Xbox One died on me. Oh no. Tragedy. Oh shit. There goes your social life. Holy shit.
I play the Xbox when I go over to Pete's house. That's a good
I don't play with anything.
You don't
play with anything.
You don't play with anything. You just play with your pens and pencils.
That's right. My big throbbing pencil. That's what I play with.
Here we go.
I know.
Giuseppe,
Hungry.
wow. We adopted.
I'm in disguise.
We adopted this guy, and Monday really became the madness, bro.
Yeah. Yep. And King Shark is my spirit animal now.
King
There
Shark.
he is. King Shark, man. That's my avatar. That's right. I am in disguise.
Hand.
Candy grab.
That's the best. He's the best fucking character in that whole movie.
He was.
You know, he just arbitrarily eats people.
Oh, but for me, one of the best parts of the movie is when they catch him like trying to eat the one girl, like he's holding the bed.
Yeah, that rat catcher. That was.
Yeah.
He's like.
And they catch him mid eat. He's like,
mid eat.
All right.
Too bad that what's his name? What was Idris Elba's character's name?
Bloodsport.
Bloodsport, yeah. Too bad fucking Bloodsport wasn't there when King Shark ate that guy. He's just like hanging out, reading his phone. All of a sudden, chomp, 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 and it's like, that was it. It's like NPC shark eaten guy eaten by shark guy. That's what he auditioned for, to be eaten by a shark. That actor. We knew him well.
You see, Pops, Allison just said she had a similar issue with her PS4, and she wiped it and reloaded it, and it worked.
Now it says select how you want to initialize, quick or full.
Is this like the G4 network? I mean,
while we're just streaming, he's like, I'm going to try to fix
that. This is like is this the G4 network or is this the Monday Madness? Like, what the fuck?
Well,
I feel like I'm on Attack of the Show. Where's the hot video game babe? Which there is none. You know, unless we bring some chick on here who's reasonably attractive, then maybe she can do.
My wife's not home yet, so she won't be home.
I'm not saying your wife because that is disrespectful. I will not say that.
Oh no, it's not. You don't understand. My wife loves dressing up, and she loves. No, she doesn't care. She enjoys it.
I'm in disguise. What is he doing? What are you doing, Pops?
I'm getting ready to kill my PS4 account, dude.
I'm getting ready to go to fuck to sleep soon. I gotta get up for work at like 5 or something. I live in the UK, and it's like it's 9:15 in the evening right now. But it's fully sun out and shit, so it's like it's nuts. You know, the sun doesn't. We're on the same latitude or longitude, whatever the fuck it is, as Nova Scotia. So the sun during the summer doesn't set until like 10:30 here.
Well,
it's really freaky how.
You're gonna like this one. I'm just saying.
Which one?
This stuff that Giuseppe has, man. You're gonna like.
Oh, let me see what Giuseppe has.
You want to show?
If it's easier, you can just call me GA. Or Lunga.
GA, okay,
yeah.
GA.
Yeah. I mean, I like my full name. Don't mind me. I love my full first name, but
your name is Lungaro.
Ga.
You're a Klingon delicacy.
I'm Manny Gaga.
Manny Gaga.
I'm leaving that one alone.
Poker face.
We need Mike Jimmy for this show too. Look at this, Rich.
What is this?
It's a Cthulhu plush.
Oh, the baby Cthulhu. That's so lovely. Oh, hi. Oh my god, it's so. Oh my god, are those just like? What are those things that he's flying around all over the place for?
That's his arms.
Oh, okay. I got a little worried there. I thought his arms were in his face or something. Oh,
no, those are tentacles.
Ah, okay. Little baby Cthulhu, isn't that cute?
Yeah, little baby cute Cthulhu. And the other one on campaign. You guys familiar with George Peter Getsis? Joe King?
Yeah.
That's his, I've licensed it with George, and that's his Joe King.
Who's George?
So we got
George
Peter Getsis.
Joe King, the little blue guy.
Yeah. So we have the plushies and the Joe King and our books. I did my Isadora in Immortal Chains, my Lovecraftian Dark Heroverse comic. It's issue 2 launched summer last year, and I finished that campaign last year. So this is kind of a mid campaign we're doing between books. So you can get the plushie. You can also get the collector's issue 1 and 2 of issue 1 and 2 of Isadora. Soft cover is on this Indiegogo. George's plushie and George's book. This thing is ridiculous. George is he does novels for comics. So there's Joe King versus Santa, and this is like a 246 page book.
That's a big ass book.
Yeah, and it's oversized too. So
good God.
Yeah, George likes to make things big. I think he's
George. So George likes it big, huh? I'll bet he does.
Big man.
So 246 pages. This is on there as well.
It's like one of those mega-sized coloring books. That's so freaky.
Yeah, but
it does
awesome,
look like those
man.
you'd buy at the dollar store. Those oversized coloring books.
Yeah, but your book is probably a shit ton better and a lot more worth $1. I'm certain of that.
Well, I mean,
George certain of that 100%.
George likes doing parody. His stuff is all parody and fun.
Okay.
And homage. A lot of homages to other artists. Like a lot of the stuff he does in there, the poses and stuff are homages to covers and other artists throughout comic history.
Yeah.
But yeah, where you stopped here, Pops, because I did. This is something because a lot of people don't seem to get it. Because someone actually commented on the campaign saying, "I wish you had it in Canada." The campaign itself is U.S. only because shipping right now is ridiculous. Trying to ship anywhere outside the United States is an arm and a freaking leg. So I made the campaign U.S. only. However, if you guys are familiar with RJ over at Critical Blast, he does shipping and logistics. So he's actually going to be handling all of our international orders. So if anyone's outside of the U.S., all you do is click that link right there. It'll email RJ. Let him know what you're looking to get, where you live, and he'll give you a shipping price. And if you are okay with the shipping price, you just make the order through him instead of making it through Indiegogo.
He's
if you're international.
RJ's fantastic.
No.
RJ is absolutely fantastic when it comes to the logistics of everything. He's really good. Hey, I wonder who that is.
Right there. Critical Blast. See that? Critical Blast.
Critical Blast.
Critical Blast. Got a little Incantessi. And
that's my girl. That's my baby. And oh, Jesus Christ. You just won't stop, will you? That's crazy.
I represent.
That's my baby. That's my lady. I promise chapter 3 will be done. Yes. Chapter 3 will be done. I just had to tell this other story and I wanted to expand my horizons. But I don't care about my stuff right now because even though it is vastly superior to everything else that's out there, I figure give this human being an attempt to try and see if he can match. Aha! So go ahead, sir. Ga.
What am I trying to match?
Nothing. I'm kidding. I'm just being a dick. Just go ahead.
Hey, I'm up for a challenge. I don't
No.
know.
I am the Dick Supreme usually. So please, Ga, if you please continue.
But yeah, no, like I said, you can get both comic books, the plushie, both plushies. You can get all of them. All there's different tiers on there for whatever you're looking to get. And you see, I already got the plushie made. So George has the Joe King one. So they're all ready to go. All we gotta do is finish the campaign, and if it funds, place the order, and we'll get them made and shipped out within 30 days. So
nicely done.
Yeah. So I already planned it all out, found the manufacturer and everything, and figured that all out before we did the campaign and everything. So that's all ready to go. The other thing I'm doing, I actually put this up on my Twitter, and this is a good place to talk about it as well. From my last campaign, one of the cover artists, I don't know if you're familiar with the name Mark McKenna.
Oh yeah,
Mark McKenna. Yeah, Mark.
Oh my God.
For DC and Marvel.
Yeah, for a little while.
32 years.
Let's see. Hold up. I gotta do this. I gotta do this. Crime
there it is.
Number 1.
Oh well, here's the thing. So you wrote his name on there. Well, what I have, guys, the Mark McKenna's cover from the first issue or from the last campaign.
Let me see Mark McKenna's cover.
This is the from the very first.
Well, I can talk while I can talk. I'm going to show it to you. I can talk while he's doing this stuff. In that campaign, there was 2. It's not on the page. I'm going to show it to you here on my cam. In that last campaign, there was a color cover, a Mark McKenna color cover, and a Mark McKenna raw virgin cover. That was a black and white virgin with no logos or anything. There was only 50 of the color covers printed and only 20 of the black and whites printed, and I got them numbered on the inside and everything too, handwritten numbered.
Mark now
of those, 3 of the colors and 3 of the black and whites are signed by both me and Mark. So for this campaign, what I'm doing is if we get to 100 backers, I'm going to randomly pick one person out of the first 100 backers. They're going to get this signed issue number 2 that has me and Mark McKenna both signed on it.
Wow!
With their order, so it's kind of a raffle. So if we get to 100 backers, one of those first 100 backers is going to win this as part of their pledge.
Nicely done. Nicely done. I had no idea Mark McKenna could.
I really love that cover.
I'm surprised. He's been an inker his entire life.
Oh yeah, and a matter of fact, the original Bristol board print, I had it framed.
Yeah.
The one because he sent me the original drawing too, as well.
That was nice of him.
For the comic book. So the original one, I got it framed and it's up on my wall. So that's never being sold. That's mine. That's not going anywhere.
One day you'll sell it. You'll
Listen,
need a.
I got a person like Mark McKenna to draw my character. That's like a big deal for me. I'm like, so.
He's actually a really, really good individual. I like him quite a bit.
Yes,
I haven't spoken to him in quite a while. Since the last time, I think it was 2014 since I last spoke to the guy. That was at New York Comic Con, I think. Probably then. But no, I'm glad
he's still out there and active. He's still out there and active.
No, I'm glad he is. Of course, he should be. He's highly talented. He's been around for such a long time.
32 years.
I wish him continued success. I hope he does really well.
I gotta ask. I gotta ask. What part of my filing system needs to be talked about?
What is he talking about?
I don't know. That's what I said. What part of my filing system needs addressed?
It's slap it in the face. I don't care.
Totally in the dark on that one.
Yeah, I know. So am I. Well, not really. The sun's going down, so it's not quite dark yet.
Damn.
It's getting there. You know how that sunset goes. It's like, oh, it's getting dark out. And then you turn your head. Next thing you know, it's dark. So,
man. I mean, how does that happen every single day? I can't believe. I don't know. Man, that thing is such a regular occurrence. How does that happen?
I'm gonna have to tell
you. You know what? You know how it happens? You know what
what's
happens?
just as regular? The next morning.
You're right.
Yeah.
My God. How did he know that?
Tell Lee about the paper plate. Lee?
That's the paper plate of knowledge.
2 years ago, when I decided to do CromCon #1 and threw out the post, hey, man, who wants to be part of this? And people started responding right away.
Oh, yeah.
It was the only thing handy to write the names down. The names.
Rich, that's so awesome.
Can we
put
something in perspective here, Rich?
What?
Pops is more excited about names of people that he wrote on a paper plate, one of them being Mark McKenna, than he is of Mark McKenna's actual signature on this comic book.
No.
You know what it is? I mean, I get why, because it was the start of
nostalgia. It
was the start of a new era in comic book convention podcasting. Pops is the reason why a lot of people do what the hell they do, because Pops revolutionized that shit. He really did.
I was on Pop's show for for Isidore #1 way back in the beginning when he was first starting. I was on there with him.
He was on Monday Madness. I think we were still on the Comics Cast platform back then.
Yeah, I wasn't there as of yet.
Yeah,
I wasn't there at all as of yet. I joined like in 2021, actually.
But yeah, I just got swamped with so many names right away that the first thing handy to write down names on happened to be the paper plate I just ate a sandwich off of, and I start writing a name. You know?
What was that sandwich, Bob? What was that sandwich?
I don't know. No,
it was a tuna sandwich. It was a yummy. It was a sandwich. Yes. Did you say? Wait. God, did you say sandwich?
I'm from Chicago. Yeah, sandwich.
Oh, you're my new fucking best friend. You said sandwich. That's the shit. I love it. Fuck that noise. I dig this.
Haven't you noticed the Chicago accents? 1, 2, 3. Beef
oh,
sandwich.
The Chicago.
These guys over here. These guys over there.
Yeah, they did. So the Cubs did great playing against the Yankees. Oh wait, they kicked the crap out of them. Oh man, I'm sorry. That's just terrible.
Listen, I gave up with sports. Now, I mean, I was there when the Cubs finally won the series. I was
God bless. Thank God. Now
but
wait another millennia.
Yeah, the Cubs winning the World Series and the last Blackhawks championship is where my interest in sports kind of waned.
Oh shit! When was the last time they won the Cup?
The Blackhawks not that long ago. What year was it?
It wasn't that long ago.
Okay. Was Jeremy Roenick on that team?
5, 6. No, what are you talking about? We're talking. That was when they almost made it. The Blackhawks won a slew of them, in like 6 years, 5, 6 years ago.
That was the Chelios era, bro.
Oh, Chris Chelios. Yeah, I remember. I remember that
was back there with Roenick, and now let him know this was.
Yeah, well, they can't compare. They can't compare to Marc Messier when he brought the cup to the Garden.
Fuck Marc Messier.
Wait, what? Excuse you?
Chicago, man, come on, fuck Marc Messier.
Oh, that's right. Marc Messier always kicked your ass all over the place. That's right. I forgot. He always made you Chicago Blackhawks look like Chicago black pussies and shit. Because he smacked you all around, scored goals, and then took the women's in Chicago.
Until we started winning the championships, you know.
Yeah, that's true too. That's only because Marc Messier was no longer playing hockey.
Oh, is that what it was? Yeah, because
I don't know.
People get old and new players come up, like Michael Jordan.
No. Marc Messier doesn't get he does not get old. He is never old. Don't you dare say that.
No, you know who?
How dare you? How dare you, Giuseppe?
Hold up. Do you remember back when Messier had a shaved head?
He's always had a shaved fucking head, that guy, I think.
He kind of grows his hair out sometimes, but you know what I'm saying? It's like, who does he remind you of? He reminds me of Dan Fraga.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it wasn't that long ago. They won it, and they won the cup in 2010, 2013, and 2015.
God bless. Good for them. That's awesome. It really is, man. The Rangers haven't won anything since 1994. Came close, but they haven't done it yet. That's over. It's almost 20. That's almost 30 years ago. Jesus Christ. Man.
Yeah, it's a while.
Actually, I was an intern at Marvel. No, I was working at Marvel in the Raider department when they won the cup.
Man, none of my teams won shit since the 80s. I don't even care.
Who hasn't won since the 80s?
None of my teams. None of them.
What's your team?
We had Rose.
Yeah, aren't you a Michiganer?
And all kinds of shit going on in the 80s, but we ain't had shit.
Aren't you a Michiganer?
Oh wait, that's right. Are you like the Detroit Tiger fan? Because didn't they lose like 190 games one year or something like that?
Never ever been a Michigan anything. I live here because my grandkids were born here. That's why I live here.
So, well, your team's scattered all over the country, or are you talking about from your state of birth?
I mean, I'm.
Is that what you're doing?
Look, I was a Minnesota fan. I was born in Minnesota, so we had the Vikings, the Twins, and the North Stars. Moved to Dallas. Okay,
that's right. They moved to Dallas.
We're still kind of a Stars fan, but they ain't won since early 90s. Twins ain't won since 80s, late 80s, and early 90s. Vikings ain't
the last time
because they threw a bottle at a ref.
Yeah, and they always lose to Green Bay. Green Bay always kicks their ass all over the street.
Green Bay kicks everyone in that division's ass. They kick the Bears' ass all the time, too. It's Green Bay.
F Green Bay. F Brett Favre.
They get to the NFC Championship with the team
and they lose.
Dominate, and they get smoked. And they'll never be allowed to win a Super Bowl because they threw a bottle and hit a ref in the head back in the 70s, man. They're never going to.
That's a long ass time ago.
Pops, you really believe that? You really think that the NFL has said fuck Minnesota because they threw a bottle 30 years ago? I don't think that's
in their own house in a new arena, and they didn't do it, but then they did it for Dallas.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Come on, they should have smoked the Eagles. They lost like 38-7 or something. They marched right down the field and scored, and then didn't do nothing else all day but get caught.
That's right.
Interference and fucking roughing the passer and every other dude.
Tom Brady was caught Deflategate, and they still win championships. I don't think
Tom Brady's a pussy. Fuck Tom Brady.
Because
what really is Deflategate?
You could tell someone's from New York. Or likes New York.
You know what about? No, I don't know. Wait, I don't have to worry about that. You know why? Because the Giants and Michael Strahan beat Tom Brady twice.
Houston Astros.
My now ex-wife, who was my wife at the time for that Super Bowl. I was rooting for Patriots, and she was rooting for the Giants. And then at that fucking catch, she was just like all over me, laughing at me, throwing shit at me. I'm like, fuck you.
I don't blame her. That's right. That's right. That's right. Hey, I want to show you. Take it. I'm going to show. I'm going to have a joke here. Watch this right there.
I remember you.
Watch this. Oh yeah, I'll bet you do.
I was on you with Backer Shots. We were on Backer Shots together. We were.
That's right. I think we do. Want to see this? Who's this? Who's that?
Any woman you've ever been with?
That's Tom Brady after he got his ass kicked by the Giants. And who's this? It's Bill Belichick after he got his ass kicked by the Giants.
Sure.
Twice.
I think cuddling with their, like 2 handfuls of rings is consolation enough. I think they're okay.
Yeah, Giselle Bundchen's. Well, I don't care because Giselle Bundchen's ugly and stuff.
Bill's Super Bowl win over the Denver Broncos was one of the best quarterback performances in history. He smoked that ass. It was great. I don't like it.
They just destroyed everything. The Giants are awesome.
They got a safety on Elway that day and everything.
I was happy when Elway won his 2 Super Bowls in a row. That was good for him. I'm glad.
They all jumped on him from behind. He's like,
funny thing is, I remember when Brady came up because my brother was like a huge Bledsoe fan. He had like Bledsoe jerseys, everything.
Oh, that had to
and
Bledsoe was a good quarterback, man. It's a shame.
He was. He was.
He was a really good quarterback. It's like then he gets injured and what's his face shows up and he fucking takes over everything. Penis.
I mean, it wasn't his. Again, I mean, they had actually a special on Netflix. I think it was Netflix or Disney Channel, 1 or 2. About that, and Elway's in there, and Elway. I mean, you could tell Elway's still, or not Elway. Sorry, you could tell that Bledsoe's still a little peeved about the situation, but he's not mad at Brady. Brady's the backup. If he gets the nod, he gets the nod, and he was a rookie. It's not like he had any pull over Belichick. You know what I mean? Belichick just picked him. Go in. He's hurt, and then he was doing so good. Belichick. I mean, it was like it almost feels like that Sunday night. That's What the one with Pacino? What's that football movie?
Any Given Sunday.
Any Given Sunday, which a lot of people, NFL fans, hate, but I thought it was a great movie. I loved it.
Oh, it's a fantastic movie.
But it was the same situation. Jamie Foxx came in. He was like
he replaces Dennis Quaid. Yeah.
Right. And
my name is Willie.
Beeman. Yeah. Beeman. Lady straight creaming. Yeah. No, but you're right. You're dead on right, man. Any Given Sunday is a great football movie because it is.
I think a lot of people didn't like it because it didn't have that rah sis boom ba type shit. This was like an actual football locker room and gritty and unforgiving in so many ways.
The acting was so great from James Wood, Dennis Quaid, to Jamie Foxx and Pacino to
all of them.
What's her face was
LL Cool J. Even LL Cool J was really good.
Yeah. Well, cool
Lawrence Taylor was in that movie too, man.
Lawrence Taylor. Yep.
Yeah, that was awesome when he cut that car in half. That was dope.
Yeah.
He was like, "Respect me, Fake, get the fuck out of my house." He did a great job in that movie too, man.
And,
he was a great actor in that movie.
The actress who played the owner's daughter,
Cameron Diaz.
Cameron Diaz.
Yeah, man, Cameron Diaz. Then now she pops out one of the Madden kids or some shit like that. Pops out kids from like Joel Madden or some shit. It's like, baby, pop. There goes my vagina. That's it. And that's all there is to it.
But they did a great job.
They did, man. Really they did. You know, but so you're like, who's your favorite baseball team? Is it the Cubs?
Scott. Yeah. I mean, but I don't really follow baseball anymore. I really don't. I mean, baseball is one of those sports. I got to be honest with you. When I used to go, baseball is one of those sports that I really only enjoyed live because it's the whole experience when you're at the stadium. You know,
exactly.
On TV, it's so fucking boring. You know what I mean? And
it can
if my team's in there, the playoffs are exciting. You know, I can sit through the playoffs.
Yes, they are.
And stuff like that. But like regular season, 182 games, I can't watch that shit.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot of fucking games. It really is, and it's I mean,
62 games, sir.
No, that's okay. I don't give a shit. They're probably gonna try and go for more of that. What's weird? Well, it is pretty much 182 games if you really think about it. But
playoffs and everything.
If you ever see a Yankee baseball game. If you ever see a Yankee baseball game and they're doing like the pitcher or the batter thing and you look in the box seats behind, they're almost empty because each seat is like $3,000 or something like that per game.
Look. Baseball. Boring on TV. You're right. Even at the game, kind of still boring because I'm walking around looking at the babes, you know.
Well, to be fair, especially depending on what city you're in, most people are drunk by the before the seventh inning stretch. So
for 9 innings.
Yeah.
When they built that D-back stadium in Arizona, when they built that, there's a pool, there's a huge concourse to walk around, all kinds of stuff. You know,
you mentioned the D-backs in Arizona,
right?
And what that reminds me of, there's more Cubs fans in Arizona than there is Diamondback fans.
Yeah, there's more everything fans there because we didn't have nothing when you guys. Okay,
well, yeah, the Cubs.
We had the fall league
training.
Yeah, spring training in the fall league. Yeah, that's right.
You know?
And there was a lot of transplants because there was a lot of Chicago people that retired that moved.
Yeah,
from somewhere else. Okay? We went go to Vikings games. Half that stadium's purple, half of it was red. Cardinals Vikings, you know, and that was that way for everybody. The Cardinals played because they would come to Phoenix, and there's so many people from somewhere else. Bears fans, Broncos fans, you know, but all them other teams had established fan bases before the Cardinals came to Phoenix.
Yeah, it's because it's a retirement area. A lot of people move there when they retire. So, and Florida has a similar thing, but it has a big enough population to where their fans can still be a majority.
Sorry about that.
No,
I lost my camera.
I was going to say though, is like you hit the nail on the head with baseball is boring on TV. It's really hard to watch.
Yeah, it's boring as fuck. Yeah, it is.
Hockey is too fast for TV.
What's too fast for TV?
But hockey. But
yeah, it is. It really is too fast for TV.
If you're used to watching, I mean, again, just like it's
I've
way better. It's way better live.
I don't miss the puck, but I've had people in the room going, "How can you follow the puck like that?" And it's like,
it's hard to do.
Following the game,
dude. I
go with the puck. You know, I'll be standing there going, "Danger, danger!" right before the pass and the score. You know, it's like because
oh my god,
coming in on the open side, man, and he's like just waiting for the puck. You know.
Does anybody here remember that movie Slapshot?
Yes. Oh, yes, dude.
Yes. Okay. I went to a game between the Rangers and the Minnesota North Stars in like the 80s or something. And I shit you not, they had like 500 penalty minutes. They were beating the shit out of each other throughout the entire fucking game. And it reminded me of Slapshot because that's all they did is just beat the shit out of everyone. It was awesome. There's like gloves and sticks and like decapitated heads and skates with blood on it. It was dope. I was like, yes.
Do you remember that game where Patrick Ross skated all the way down the ice to whop the other goalie?
That's awesome.
RJ, just pop in here, man. Just come on in if you want. You're welcome.
Yeah, come in, RJ.
We already talked about you.
I am bleh. Pops, I'm tired as hell. I gotta go to sleep, man.
Night.
Night.
Bed,
Good
Rich.
seeing you again, dude. Good luck on your campaign and all that other stuff, man.
Thank
Congratulations.
I'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you, man. Have a good night.
You probably will. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Rich usually pops into the Tuesday morning show over there. He's afternoon. He's just getting out of work and he's at the train station.
Yeah.
And he'll pop in on his phone, chatting on the side, working
in the front.
Look at that.
You ain't got no job, RJ.
We're trying to make him quit that day job. We're trying to get enough people using the Critical Blast logistics services and fulfillment services and back his book and all that.
Yeah. Oh, and this is another thing. Regardless of what this campaign does or doesn't do, because I've gotten very proficient with contacting manufacturers and figuring out the whole logistics with these plushies. Mm-hmm. I'm going to be actually doing a service as well that if any other people or other creators want to do plushies, I'll be able to facilitate that for them, get them a price, get them a rate, and set up. So I guess you could say it's like a brokerage service or something to that effect for plushies. So if anyone is a creator and wants plushies, they can contact me and I can facilitate that for them.
Cool. We like the plushies. We do. So you got some trading cards.
That was for the early bird. That's past. I got to take that off, actually. That was for the first 24 hours. People who backed in the first 24 hours got those cards. But there are my part on the add-ons. There's the holographic cards from Isadora issue 2, which I had up here. Here's a couple of them. In the add-on section, you can get, and if you get the full pack, the complete package, it has everything. You get these cards, but you also get them as add-ons. There's 7 of them, holographic trading cards from the comic book, and one of them, if you guys are familiar with Stu, Mr. Soy Rage, there's a Soydora card with Soy Rage's face on Isadora, on Isadora's body. That's one of the cards as well. I gotta find it. I'll show you. You get a kick out. Hold on a second. I gotta find this. It was hilarious. Gotta get my whole thing out here. Okay, that's it. That's Isadora.
RJ selling questions for you too. Look at that.
Recruiting another customer today.
Yeah, he said he's recruiting yet another plushie customer for you.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Now, RJ, there's no reason you can't keep me up to date. What's happening? Just saying. Where we're going.
I found it. Okay, so here's the Soydora card.
Oh, that's beautiful.
So we have a Soydora Soy Rage card as well. Show them side by side with the actual Isadora one. Yeah.
Beautiful.
So there's the actual Isadora, and that's the Soydora. So this is part of the pack as well of the 7 cards. If you get the complete package, you get all of these, or you can add them as an add-on as well.
Oh, I love it. What does Soy Rage think of those?
Oh, he loved them. He asked for like a handful of them to give to his friends when I did these. So, and the funny thing is, it was a complete joke because we were on a stream talking about it, and my artist who made those cards, Jay Esman, was on with us. And he was like, "Oh, you should make a Soy Rage card." And Jay literally just went and sketched it. And he goes, "Here you go." I'm like, "Oh my god, that's got to be a card. We gotta make this a card now." so it became a card just by organically being on a stream goofing around, and it happened. It became a thing.
Cool. So much what we got going on, like, is spontaneous. It just happens, man. You know, and those are the things that are honest. You know what I mean? It's like they weren't like premeditated to make a buck or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of stuff that's manufactured.
Sure. You know? Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like I like when it's real. I love spontaneous.
Yeah. Now, far be it by me. I do not criticize anyone for their business. You know, I mean, however you want to run your business, whatever marketing works. I have things I won't do, but that's a personal choice. It's not because I'm like, oh, you're a bad person for doing this. It's no. If that's, you know, it's just like when you look in business, there's certain businesses that will advertise a certain way, and there's certain ones that say, you know what, we're not going to do that just because our ethics and our business, we're not going to do that.
Right.
But it's not a condemnation on them. It's just, you know, like I don't like there's a lot of creators that love drumming up drama just to bring eyes onto a campaign, which business wise, it's smart. I'm not gonna lie, it's a smart move. It brings eyes on it, and it helps it. But with me, it's I like people who want to buy the book because they like the book.
Yeah,
they're interested in the book. I don't want them like just backing me because of I don't like this guy and you don't like this guy, so I'm going to back you just because you don't like this guy. You know what I mean? And it's like, are you going to even read the book? Oh, no. I'm just giving you money just because I don't like this guy. Wait a minute. You know, I want people to read my book.
Yeah. No, look, for me, it's about having fun. Okay. I got to read one of the scripts from our book, one of the stories from our book that I didn't want to see because I wanted to see it in print. Well, now that, you know, the campaign didn't make it or whatever, it's like, so I went and looked at one of them this morning. This needs to be printed. This needs to be in print. It's good, fun stuff. So, you know, we're still going to do this again, you know.
Well, that's the thing about campaigns. You know, if it doesn't go through, just put it up again. Just do it again later. Yeah, it's not like it's, you know.
We badly overestimated how many books we needed in the first print run. And we were asking for funding for that many books. And then we didn't get that many backers and we didn't need that many books. So we're going to lower the funding goal, you know, and do it again. You know?
There's so many logistics. Like, I can't tell you how many days, weeks with his plushies I spent crunching the numbers. Okay, how much is each plushie going to cost me? How much is it going to cost me to ship all of them from the manufacturer? What's my MOQ? You know, what's the minimum order of these that I got to get?
Yeah.
How much is it going to cost for me to ship them out to people? What's my average shipping cost could be for each of these? What's the weights? I have my scale. I use BackerKit for my other campaigns, so I can go in there and actually make like test runs of everything once I know the weight of stuff, and then I could figure out my shipping costs. You know what I mean? So I like to a penny, I figured it all out, and I came up with the goal of 2,000 because 2,000 and is the goal that will be able to get me to make the minimum order. Because the manufacturer for me is 50. 50 is the lowest number of these that I can make. So 2,000 will allow me to make 50 of these, 50 of the Joe Kings, and then that's 100 plushies. And if we hit 2,000, I doubt it's going to be 100 plushies. So that goal will pay to make all the plushies, fulfill everybody that's there, and then I'll have more plushies left if there's more orders. So, yeah, it's just about figuring that out, you know. And like the comic books, I kind of got down. I know what my prices are now. I end up not making a lot for my campaign, not because I didn't plan it right, but mainly because I throw a ton of extras in there, and I have branded packaging tape. I have holographic stickers. I have branded tissue paper. You know what I mean? The collector's boxes, like the one that's up there from issue 1 and stuff. I have the collector's boxes. I don't like a lot of creators just slap the shipping label on the collector's box, right? And ship it out. I don't do that because what's the point of a collector's box if it's all scuffed up and out in the mail? I put the collector's box inside a box and I put the label on the box. You know what I mean? So I spend a lot of money in the handling part of shipping and handling to give a nice presentation, to make it look good, make it look like
you provide.
Yeah, make it look premium, right? Because it's just like I always said it's like, what's the difference between 5-star chefs and a regular chef? It's not that the 5-star chef is a better cook. It's not that the 5-star chef knows so much more. It's they're in a place, in a restaurant where presentation matters. And it could just be this little piece of shit on a plate, but the way they present it makes it look like worth the money they're spending for this. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it's not like the food's any different than any other food. It's just the presentation. And that's what I like presentation. So I spend extra on that stuff and I don't charge the customer for it. So when they get it, it works. Because my goal is if enough people see the quality they're getting, because all my customers that I've gotten in all say the quality and the presentation is amazing. What he puts in there. Once I get to that, because I'm usually at 100, 120 backer mark, for my campaigns. Once I can get growing and I get to that 200, 300, 400 backers, then that extra money I spend, I'm going to start end up making a profit at that point. I'm looking at making the profit based on more backers rather than costing more per backer. You know what I mean?
Yeah, our thing was like we had 20 plus people involved in the project, and we're like, right from the beginning, if everybody brings 5 people to the table, we're going to need over 100 books right there, right? That's just if that wasn't counting my group or anything like that. That was just if there were 5 people to the party. So we were overestimating from the beginning. You see what I'm saying? And we did a funding goal based on a larger print run than we needed. We know now, easy solution, easy fix, just lower the funding goal, go do it again. Not tripping.
Yeah. And, again, that also comes from like, I've done, I did my novel and I've done 2 comic books. And for my comic books, I have a printer. That's the printer I use all the time. And now they only do up to 500 issue runs. They print only. It's not they're a local U.S. company. They're not a big printer like that. So they do short runs of 500 is most. Now, if I got huge, I would obviously have to go to somebody else. But for my campaigns, the way it goes, I've never had to print 500 books. I've printed 150, 200. You know what I mean?
Right.
So. And I know exactly how much it costs, and when I make my order, I'm not kidding you. They're in Arizona. I get it in 2 weeks.
They're in Arizona.
Yeah.
I happen to know some printers in Arizona. I got a friend that works for a printer in Arizona.
Yeah. Well, they're on Facebook. You might know them. They're called Hero and Villain Designs.
Yes, I do know Hero and Villain.
Yeah, Crystal and Krista and
yes. Krista Crawford.
And her husband, yeah. Yep. Yeah. That's my printer. That's my printer for the Isadora comic books.
That's one of our friends, but not the friend I was talking about. Actually, girl I dated way back in high school, just out of high school, works for a pretty cool printer in Arizona right now. They did like that DC Universe fanfare prints and stuff when they had that big online thing. Yeah. I got some of that. She's all that stuff, because Pops collects comic stuff. She's look what we did. I was like, y'all do comic books. They don't do big thick ones like what we were doing, or what like Joe King Santa there. But they do.
That's the other thing too. You got to think about the number of pages, because
full size, 32 pages.
The more pages you have, the more the printing costs, obviously. So it gets up there.
So give everybody you got 3 minutes, and you got to get people to buy this. How are you going to do it?
Yeah. I mean, dude, this should sell it alone. I don't have to say, look how fucking adorable that is. I mean, come on.
I am not going to lie. This little dude sold some of our
crocheted.
Crochet Crom. Yeah, he sold some of our books. So yeah, go with the flow.
Yeah. But yeah, this is it's available. It's got the little Rubicon Comics logo on his foot and everything too. So we got this. We got the Joe King plushie on there. We got my book, Isidore and Immortal Chains, 1 and 2 collectors. We got the Joe King supersized 246 page Joe King versus Santa book on there. It's worth the time. If anyone's backed or seen my other campaigns, I always get this stuff done. I fulfill quickly. Anything that's on there goes out quick. This is the first time I've been on Indiegogo, and I gotta be honest with you, I'm only on Indiegogo because George does his stuff on Indiegogo. I'm a Kickstarter guy, and my success comes through Kickstarter, and I'm used to Kickstarter.
Now, when you're done with this campaign, you're gonna flip right over there and do it over there.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm gonna go right back. I'm gonna for example, if this campaign doesn't make it, I'm gonna launch it on Kickstarter.
I mean, drag George's ass over there and make him do it too.
Yeah. I mean, it's up to him, whatever he wants to do. I mean, because I was gonna do this campaign on my, with just my plushie to begin with. You know what I mean? Then I started talking to George. I'm like, hey, why not? Maybe we'll license your character and we can, do that. And he's like, yeah, sure, I'm on board. And we did it. So, but yeah. So if this fails, even if George doesn't want to, I'm perfectly fine just launching the campaign on my own. I mean, that'll lessen the goal too, because it's only 1 plushie instead of 2. But I have no problem with that doing on that. But Kickstarter. This is just a platform thing. It has nothing to do with the people who back it or what's just the platform itself. It just has more of an organic reach than Indiegogo. Indiegogo, to get people to that site, you gotta do this. You gotta be on streams. You gotta be on social media. You have to literally drive every single person to Indiegogo. Kickstarter has an organic reach, and if you get your first initial people and it starts to roll, Kickstarter starts to show it, and people start to see it, and it has more of a browsing feature that people can see it easier than Indiegogo.
They give you a little more for their 10% than
right
than Indiegogo does. I'm a big fan of take that 10%, build your own webpage. We'll promote you the same. Doesn't matter.
I have a RubiconComics.com webpage. I do, and I mean, and it's all I have to do is turn on the shopping cart, and I could do it. But I'm not selling things on there. And the only reason why is because if you're selling things on there, you have to have a stock. You have to have stock of items. You know what I mean? You have to keep an inventory to be able to sell things on there. With a campaign, I can do the campaign. If it succeeds, I know exactly how many I got to make, and the funds will pay for it. That's why it's a crowdfund, right? If I do it on my website, I got to spend all my money to make everything, keep an inventory of it, a warehouse of it, and hopefully sell it on there.
This is how it works right here. Like you said, you got 50 made. Okay. You say you might not need all 50, so you'll have some to sell somewhere else.
Oh yeah. I mean, if the campaign succeeds and I got extra, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Then I'll
see. And then the next campaign, you use that as your stock builder.
Yeah.
Okay, and then you get the hell away from crowdfunding and start doing it yourself. Everybody.
I mean, the other thing I was going to do originally when I did the first comic book was I was going to try to travel around and go to the conventions, and do the campaign and then buy a whole bunch of them and go to the conventions and sell them there. Then COVID happened. COVID happened right during issue 1. You know what I mean?
And then the paper plate happened, just like that.
Right. So I never ended up doing it, and then I lost my job during it, and then I decided because I got tons of medical issues, so I applied for disability, and I've been waiting on that this whole time. So traveling around to do stuff hasn't been an option for me, because literally, by the time I let's say I pay and print up 200 books, right, to bring to a convention, but the cost of the books and the cost of gas, if I'm going somewhere nearby, if I'm going somewhere that's drivable, let's say within 4 to 6 hour drive, cost of that, the cost of the table, the cost of a hotel room, even those 200 comic books wouldn't cover all the costs. Even if I sold all 200, they wouldn't cover all the costs of going to the convention. So I gotta, wait till things get a little bit smoother to be able to start doing that. But yeah, so I'll close it out. Let you get to your next guest. Hello, by the way, Avalon Comics.
Hey, how you doing?
Do you know Brandon?
Guys, no, I think I might have been on a stream with you here and there, but I don't remember off the top of my head.
Possibly, yeah. I'm trying.
But yeah, plushie, guys. Just get the plushie. Just go and get it.
Get the plushie. There you go. Y'all go check it out. The link is down there in the description. I think I dropped it in the chat as well. Go check it out. Get you a Joe King. Get you a Cthulhu. Get you some of them little fuzzies. You know, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is about the little fuzzies, but Mike, Jimmy, everybody's got little fuzzies now, man. So go with it.
Yep. All right, guys. But thank you for having me, Pops.
Bet,
and I'll leave. Out. And Avalon, nice seeing you, and good luck with your campaign.
Thank you very much.
Have a good day, man. That was G.A. G.A. Lungaro. Yeah. What's up, Brandon?
Hey, how you doing? You're always good, huh?
It's Monday. I'm mad at Sony, and you know.
Why are you mad at Sony? What's Sony do?
Oh, you didn't catch the beginning of the show, huh?
No, I didn't.
I have to reinitialize my whole, delete everything, delete all the users on my PlayStation and reinitialize it to default settings so that it will recognize my account.
What?
Yeah. Oh, and if it doesn't after doing all this, I'm just going to be more pissed off.
Yeah. Just break it. Just break it completely.
No, I'm going to want all my money back. I can't use it.
Yeah, that's the truth, though, too, with it.
I can't log in. I couldn't log in to my account.
What the hell?
I had the right. I got the right password and the right email. They changed my email address and they screwed something up. My console would not recognize it.
That's weird. Did you try sending I'm assuming you tried to do the whole email deal, send forgotten password and all that stuff. It just didn't work.
I was talking to these guys all morning, dude, like 3 or 4 hours. I was in a chat with these guys and they're like, I don't know what's going on. And I'm like,
I never do.
I can log into the Sony website with my email, with my new changed email and password, but I can't log into my console with it.
That's weird.
So I had to delete everything. Now I'm going to have to download it all over again. What a pain.
Oh, I know. I feel like even because I've had Xboxes for a while, I feel like it just has to happen sooner or later to somebody just to ruin their life. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, come on.
I mean, I was having fun. Yes, this morning I could play. Now I can't. No, that's what you get for going to them and saying, can you change my email on my account? Yeah, we can, but you're never going to play again.
Yeah, you lose all your stuff.
Yeah, I was a little bit upset.
Well, rightfully so.
Down here going, you kids, be quiet. You kids don't listen to Grandpa right now. Trying to be nice while you're talking to him.
Oh, no, it never works. As I got older, I became more of I don't mean to say it, but it's just like, it's like, come on, just help me out here. You became more and more of like, just help me. Impatient is the word I'll use.
I send the people at ESO or Elder Scrolls Online, I send them an email, right? How come I don't get none of my downloadable content when I turn my account back on and I start playing again? Where all my downloadable content's gone? Where's the Thieves Guild? Where's the Dark Brotherhood? Where are my mounts? Where's all the stuff that go with my account? My account's there, all my characters are there. Where'd all my stuff go?
Oh, man.
Oh, well, that's PS Plus stuff. Well, obviously, if I'm playing, I paid for PS Plus. Give me my stuff back. Oh, hell. So I'm not just arguing with Sony about my email address.
You're arguing with game.
Dude, they really don't want me to play, man.
Everybody sometimes seems that way, yeah.
I'm trying. But hey, when did you launch this? Just like 8 days ago?
Yep, just 8 days ago we did. Yep. 8
days ago. And we need to get eyes on this one, yo. So you don't have a trailer for this either, do you?
No, we don't have. We're not that sophisticated yet. But just a nice little plain thing. And then as you scroll down, this one compared to our issue 1 is a lot. There's a lot more details into it, and it explains a lot more, and it gives a more backstory to us, the creators, and all about that as well, and why we chose Kickstarter and all that stuff. So there's more of like a base to us now than when we did the issue 1 Kickstarter. So we put more time and effort into this one. Not to what I've seen a lot more. We're not asking for much more. I think the last Kickstarter we asked for like 1,200 or something like that.
Mhm.
We're asking for 2,000 now, just to get our name out there more. Like the first one, we just wanted to get established. We wanted to get our product made and just start distributing it in different places. Now we have a name. Now we're out there. Now we're on social media. So now we want to ask for a little more to continuously push more media out and obviously do more. Like we have 2 covers for this one now. We focused a lot on trying to do 2 covers, and I'm honestly probably going to put those in the updates for the Kickstarter this week, within the next few days, maybe even tomorrow, I'm thinking. But there's 2 separate covers, there's cover A and B, and we're pretty excited about those covers as well. Both the same artist that did the art for for Avalon did the covers as well. I think one of his biggest things so far that he has for him is cover making ability. Although, like you can kind of see right here, as you're scrolling down, the art style from issue 1 is a tad different. Like if you look at that's issue 1, okay. He developed a new type of like shading and using the black a lot better, and panel the way he does the panels in this one as well is something to really pay attention to. It's very movie like. We were just talking the other day, and we both have a very similar vision on trying to illustrate it in a movie kind of manner. Like
what's his name?
His name is Demetrius Nastos. You can find him on Instagram. His is that what they call? Is that what Instagram calls it? Is I don't know. Dimina _ DIMINA _ is his Instagram username. I don't know what they call it on Instagram, but yeah, fabulous artist. He does an amazing job. We both evolved together with issue 1. We're just with issue 2. We're just talking again. This is the last time we talked. Actually yesterday was. I told him that I would always hold issue 2 closer to me than issue 1, just because this shows the growth in both of our relationship with each other, where the trust with each other, like how, like with issue 1, I was very picky. I wanted it to go by the script. This one, I've let him do a lot of his things and what he wanted to do. A lot more trust has been accumulated over that time period, and it shows. You'll be able to see the writing, the story, and the art style and the panel layouts are so much better, I believe, in issue 2 than they were in 1. But this is obviously the style moving forward. It ain't gonna evolve every single time. It ain't something that's gonna be like every issue is a different style. But you could see the similarities, but obviously you could see the differences as well.
Yeah, well, I like both grayscales and the dark black inks. I especially like Marv's style, which is like this. Christian Rossi like this. The grayscale is cool, but I like that dark contrast, the black white contrast more.
Yeah.
Than all the different grays. All the different grays remind me of watching black and white TV.
Yeah, it brings you back to those days, huh? Yeah, well, so like what we have picture-wise on the Kickstarter now are simply the inking stage that he went through. So there will be the grayscale still. Just like in issue 1, if you haven't read it already, I'm going to spoil a small little spoiler, I guess. It's black, white, and blood, black, white, and blood, pages 1 through 23, and the last page is in color. So a small little spoiler is the same kind of deal with this. And it's kind of the reason we do that is because I like the black and white. I also like showing the blood. And the last page is kind of unique. I mean, like I've told people in the past, I haven't seen anybody specifically show the last page in color. And there's many different reasons why we do it. Kind of a couple ways that we spoke about in the past is just like it's giving you an opportunity to see what we're seeing in our head, the way we're picturing it. And you can picture it however the hell you want to see it in the first 23 pages. So it's just kind of like one of those like good little things to kind of keep in it. It's unique, I guess. And again, I don't know if you have even seen it before either. I mean, I don't read many different variations of comics. I'm kind of stubborn to what I read already. I don't kind of go out there and grab random stuff, but I don't see it often or ever.
Well, like Rich sent me the script for the book he's doing right now, and I read the first 9 or 10 pages, and I was like, okay, that's enough. Now I have to see the visuals. It was starting to get where, okay, this is a good story, but I need to see your vision of this, in comparison to what I'm visualizing, just like what you said. Now, this is a great exercise for other writers and colorists, because you can go through this whole story and get all these images in your mind of the colors you think should be there, what your idea of this is as a colorist or whatever, and then get to the last page and see what the idea of the actual guys doing the book was.
Yeah. No,
the comparison is,
it's
if you
a cool
describe stuff well, then we'll get the same visual that you got. You
Correct.
know what I mean?
Correct, and that I feel like the last page does that without trying to explain it very well, and not putting our attention to that and focusing on the story as these characters seem real. They are real. They act real, and that's something like I've said in the past as well, is that we're trying to really focus on is the realism of these characters and the realism of this world in a fictional world. You know what I mean? So it's just like we want to do that and make these characters seem like real. We don't want them to be like these phony like kind of characters that just like do things just because I want to make them do that. That I want to make it as real as possible and put this character in a situation where they are in and have them act appropriately. And I know a lot of people try to do that, and I've read stuff in the past where people swing and they miss with it. But that's something that I hope I continuously do well. That's why I surround myself by a good team to make sure that does stay in that path, because that is my main goal. I go wild with some ideas a lot, so I like to keep a team to make sure I'm staying on the path that I originally want. And that is what I always think is important, is to make sure you have a good crew around you to make sure everything goes the way it's supposed to go.
Yep. Good team is always important.
Yes. Yeah.
Who's your editor?
Editor, I have my co-writer, which is his name is on there, is Alan Dingfelder.
Right.
I have the artist, which his name is on there, Demetrius Nassos. I have a ghost crew around me that they don't really want their kind of names kind of out there right now. So I want to try and give them the credit, but that's on them. If they want to stay that way, then perfect. I love the credit. That's why I love to give them the credit. I mean, and that's why I try to bring up team mentality, because it's not just me. I have a team around me, and I have a good team around me. That's why I believe that this comic is going to make those proper moves in the future. When you see this story unfold, you're going to see the love and the dedication put into this story and these characters as it grows. Because the first issue was kind of like a long time coming, and we finally got it out there. And obviously you could tell it's independent because you're going to see from the transformation of the writing and the art style from issue 1 to 2. But now you're going to get it, because now we grew. Now we're comfortable. Now we've been together for almost 2 years as a team. So now you're going to see the chemistry build in this in these characters, in the story, and so on. And in future projects as well. We've all talked together in the past as well that we want to stay together, even if Avalon isn't to be. The goal is ongoing series to go for as long as we can, but we want to stay together for a while, and then you're going to see that in future projects as well, because we do have stuff in mind as well. But obviously we're pushing for Avalon. We're not pushing for future projects right now.
It's all networking, brother.
Yes.
You never know. That next idea could be the big idea that brings this one to light.
Exactly.
A lot of people forget that too. When you move on because you didn't feel like this one was it, or you felt something else you needed to go do, like what Rich is doing right now. There was something in him that had to come out, so he had to shift gears, do that before he goes back to Incantessi for book 3. When it's that kind of passion, you have to let that happen. But this could be the book that brings everybody's attention back to what he started. You know, I mean, you never know how it's going to work, man.
And well, sorry, and sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but that's it's funny that you bring it up because it's relevant to what the artist Demetrius and I have talked about just yesterday, where it's the mindset. It's the mindset, and I was telling him that what caught my eye with him was not only his art style when I first found him was his willingness, because he has the same kind of fire and willingness that I do and that Alan has as well, where we're just willing to do this no matter what. We're making this comic, no matter what, it's going to be out there, whether we make this mark or not. It's constantly going to be out there. And then we're constantly going to create, if that's Avalon, if that's future projects or whatever it might be, we have that desire to create. And that's one thing that you're going to get with us. And I can't speak for other people. I'm sure more people are like it, but that's how I can tell you that I'm confident this is going to be a good product, is because we love it. This is our life. You know, I constantly, every day I go to my, actual work and I'm home and all that stuff, I'm constantly thinking Avalon. You know, every little thing that happens, I try to find out, I'm trying to figure out new ideas. Everything I see I'm kind of relating it to the world. I'm trying to think of more things and all that stuff. And they are as well. So they're very Avalon kind of centered, and everything is thought about in this with this team is Avalon. So I think if you're going to get this early stages and you're going to watch this unfold and you're going to be in the beginning of it, you're going to watch us grow in this time period, and you're going to see it all kind of unfold, and it's going to be I believe it's going to be really good.
And that's what I'm trying to do for everybody.
Yes, and look, we always appreciate that.
Look, this is good. This is the second book. First one obviously was good. Need to get it out there, get it seen. Did you have a sign-up page? You got a good email list behind you from the first book, or
again, the thing is with Kickstarter so far is, although this is my second Kickstarter, I was still learning little things. Like I just figured out the sign-up list. So the problem is there was a lot of personal stuff. Like I was out of town when I wanted to start this because I wanted to get this issue out by a certain time. Right. So I had a sign-up list, but I didn't have it up for a while. I had it up for, maybe a week. So I didn't get a great, oh, look, here they're coming back or something. So if there is one in the future, which maybe there will, I'm not sure at this moment. We're going to see how this one, the sales do and all that stuff with the Kickstarter and all that stuff. But if there's a Kickstarter in the future, then we know to give it time to breathe, to show it. Hey,
this is the heir apparent.
The heir apparent
to the Madness Comic Network. He'll be taking over for me when I'm done.
Oh, when you're done, when you give it up.
Oh, it's gonna be
you got a lot to learn there, buddy, huh?
You know pretty much all this stuff already, don't you?
Yeah. He's got it. He doesn't even need it. He's making sure you're doing good.
Look, the only thing I don't teach him how to run the StreamYard yet.
Okay, yeah.
We're not going to have any unauthorized Munchkin shows.
You got to wait for that until you're completely done.
It'll all be yours one day.
One day I'm going to get more famous than Disney.
One day you're going to be more famous than Disney?
I like the mentality.
That's a good goal to reach for.
I love that. I love that.
That's a good goal to reach for. Be bigger and better than Disney. You know, a lot of that stuff that's on Disney wasn't really made from Disney, though, right? Disney just bought them. Yeah. Okay. Just as long as you understand that, boy. All right.
Like National Geographic,
Discovery Channel, all that.
All the good stuff, huh?
Yeah. We know what's up, huh? Fortnite, is that what you're doing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Look, I had to re-download everything.
Why?
Wouldn't accept my new login email address. They messed it all up. So I won't be playing for a day or two, boy.
Okay.
I went out and played Fortnite for the first time. Was it yesterday?
2 days ago.
2 days ago. For the first time ever. Never played Fortnite. Won my first match.
Oh, really?
Jack's the last guy.
I haven't played that in forever, man.
And I pickaxed the last guy.
Of course, even better. It even top it. You didn't stream it, did you?
No, I didn't.
Oh, of course not.
It was the first time I'd ever played it. I thought I was going to go out there and get smoked, right?
I still get smoked. I'm shocked you even did it. I haven't played that in probably years at this point.
See, that's one of those things okay, I never want to play it again because I have a perfect record.
Yeah, leave it at that. 100% victory.
Man, I ain't never been beaten that game.
I'm 1-0, baby.
Yeah, I got another comic to open, dude. Ooh. Come back down here later. All right. Yeah, there was a delivery today. Let's see. I don't know how many people know. What's that saying? Superior Press? Superior Press. If you know what that is, you know I'm excited about that. I actually won that the other night.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's Joe Sontag's Reaper Destroyer Ash Can. And I won it on a stream because I knew trivia.
You're paying attention to the small things.
I always win stuff on Don Chin show, so it was just, made sense that I'd jump in there and win something on Apex show too. So tell everybody the real deal with the story behind Avalon.
So you're saying with like issue 2 or like the the overlook of everything?
Well, like give everybody a little run up to this. I don't want you to give away too many spoilers in this, but let everybody know how you got to where you're at and your pitch for this one.
Okay, so yeah, it's kind of a long time coming. I think I've spoken in the past where it's just like in the beginning, this idea kind of stemmed from when I was in high school. It was about 8 years ago at this point, I think. I don't remember. I don't feel like doing math right now, but so. I like this idea. I like the post-apocalyptic world. I've watched movies like 30 Days of Night, The Walking Dead, and all those good things like Stake Land and all that stuff. Post-apocalyptic. I love it. That's my thing. So then I want to do this thing. With the 3 brothers and all that stuff. Kind of push on that. You'll see that from issue 1 and 2 as well. We'll touch on that as well. But so didn't know what to do with it. I was young, dumb, didn't know anything. So I threw it in a tote, left it there. I met Alan Dingfelder several years later, hit him with the idea. We came together. Here we are. Avalon was not called Avalon back then. Avalon is something that Alan and I have both kind of collaborated and figured out, and it means more in the future. There's actually a couple different meanings of Avalon that we use in the story. So if you just look up Avalon, you're not going to get what we're using, because if you look up Avalon, you're just going to get the King Arthur spiel. It's not fully that and all that stuff. So there's other things that we're going to be using. So here we are, with issue 1, we kind of lay down the foundation of what we got, giving you the world, the characters, what's going on with them. Very basic, we're kind of showing you what's happening in the background as well. And we're not kind of giving you that, is it going to be a post-apocalyptic or is it going to be like a random infection? It kind of gives you that noir kind of feeling at the end of issue 1. You're following these 2 officers, Andy and Miller. Andy is one of the 3 brothers. Miller is his partner. And we follow the family and Andy in issue 1. And we kind of do that a little bit without spoiling much. We kind of do that a little bit as well. We're kind of continuing that in issue 2. We're following the family and the brother as well. We're continuing where it kind of left off. We're not leaving you in the dust and giving you a huge cliffhanger. You're going to see what happens at the end of issue 1 for both people, the family and Andy and Miller and their dilemmas that they came across. You're going to see that play out in issue 2. There's minor spoilers. There's a little bit of action. You're going to see some stuff. More stuff is going to be exposed. You're going to get a better idea of where this is going, who these characters are, where this story is going, the background of the story, and all of that stuff.
Okay, I got to ask. Okay, there it is. Okay, Pledge 15, you get 1 and 2 physical copies. Always got to have that catch-up tier.
Yep.
But I didn't see a PDF for number 1.
No, the PDF for number 1, you can buy one off our Shopify app. Well, not yet. We were going to put our PDF on the Shopify app, but we didn't put it on here because the main focus was to push. We didn't want to backtrack, I guess, is the mindset we were doing. I'm not sure how other people think it, but that's kind of where our heads were. We didn't want to backtrack and promote issue 1 and have too many tiers or rewards. I mean, so we wanted to keep that. If you want to get issue 1, we're going to put it as a shop on our Shopify as a PDF. Or if you want the physical copy, I always love the physical copies, but we put the PDF.
Yeah, if you have physical copies of number one, there's collectors like me. Okay,
Yes.
we want that first print of number one, but at the same time, there's some people that just want to read that number one PDF and find out if they like the story or not before they go after number two.
Yes,
You
of
see
course.
what I'm saying?
So no, of course, because I've talked to several people even alone that were they said they left it in the packages. They didn't read the story yet because they want to leave it all in the package, and that is something that we are going to actually do coming up here. Stand by for that. That's I didn't feel like I should have mentioned that as well. In the next week or so, we're gonna put a PDF file of issue 1 on our Shopify. So you will be able to do that without opening up your copy and kind of creasing it and all that stuff. But there is a PDF.
When you do that, do one of those Kickstarter updates
for the old
Tell everybody you can go get a PDF of number one if you're interested but aren't sure. Go get a PDF of number one, read it. If you like it, come buy the number two.
Of course.
And, that way, you update in your update. You tell them the address to your Shopify and where they can go get it.
Of course, no, I appreciate that because like I said, Kickstarter for us, we're kind of growing with it. It's relatively new to us, and actually, this is the first year we've actually ever done it. So it is something that this is also something that we're learning in time as well, and what people want. We're listening to people. We're not sitting there just doing no, screw you. We're doing our own thing. We love the feedback. We love the feedback on the story. We love the feedback on the art, the writing aspect of it. Kickstarter wise, anything to help us. We love the feedback, and always, if you have a question or anything, message us. We're always going to get back to you. We like to be as personal as possible. Everybody that helps out and donates helps us in every way possible. It brings it to life. You know what I mean?
What's up, Jay?
Hi, everybody.
Hey,
Brandon. Do you know Jay?
I don't believe so. I don't think I've met him.
Well, you know him now. Jay
Yeah,
Mooers.
now you do. You won't be able to sleep
Brandon.
anymore. It's terrible. I bring night terrors.
Oh yeah, of course. Now I got to deal with that. I hope you're wrong.
Well, use it as inspiration for your next comic.
Yes. Yeah, actually, yeah. We'll see what happens. If I have a huge night terror tonight, it might be a good idea for the future.
I got lovely backlighting behind me, so.
Dude, the sun's shining in, man.
It is.
We can still see you though. It's not too
okay.
bad.
So it doesn't help. Okay.
Dude, I always like to introduce my guests. Brandon, you can hang out. You don't got to run out. You can hang out if you got questions. Jay, if you have any questions about what we were talking about with his book, you're more than welcome to ask him while he's here.
Well, I missed most of it. I just jumped in. So is you doing a crowdfunding right now for the comic?
Currently, yeah, we're hitting issue 2 Kickstarter right now. We just posted about 8 days ago. But yeah, we're kind of new to it, like I was telling him earlier and all that stuff. Issue 1 Kickstarter we did earlier this year. We're still learning Kickstarter as we go along. It's a good.
I got one more thing that you have to do.
Okay, let me write it down. Let me get my pen ready. Go ahead.
This is really easy. Get a cover up there. Show us what the cover is going to look like.
Yeah, no, it's funny because it was one of those things where we're flirting with like, okay, do we want to show it yet? Because he was working on the second cover at the time, because the first cover was already done. When we made this Kickstarter, one of the covers was already done. He was working on the second one, and then I was like, damn, I think I want that to be the original one, and I want that to be the variant. So we didn't drop it. We are going to send updates to our on our Kickstarter of what these covers are going to look like. So if you do want a specific cover,
put that up there on the page. As soon as you got a cover, put it on the page right there at the top.
Yes.
Another friend of mine sent me a video, and it had all this beautiful interior work and this great music, and it never mentioned the comic. I was like, you got to put something on the front of that with the cover, and you got to put some credits on the back. And he went and got back with the guy who did the video, sent me a new video. It's like, dude, presentation. You already instinctively know because you're doing it with your actual book. You got to do it with your promotion as well. Presentation.
Yeah. Plus having that full color thing there just like grabs people even faster,
There are a lot of people that buy covers.
Oh yeah, I'm one of them. I'm guilty of it. I go into the comic store, I'll get my basics. I look around, I'm like, holy shit, that's a good cover. I like that.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It's like
I
show
know.
everybody a cover, bro. It's like I'm surprised I didn't catch that right away, but when I scrolled back up, I was like, there's no cover there.
Yeah, I know. It is an unfortunate thing, especially with this stuff. As I said, we are growing with it all. And if you do love covers, I'm telling you right now, like I said at the beginning of the show, Demetrius does an amazing job on the covers. Both of these covers are awesome. And once you see them color and all that stuff, I think you're going to get drawn in. I'm a cover guy. I love covers, and he does an amazing job on the covers. Obviously, those are just the inking as well. There are grayscales. There is blood with it. Like I mentioned in the beginning of the interview, 1 through 23, black, white, and red. Last page is color to show you where our head is at and all that stuff, and kind of show what we're thinking about everything is.
So that right there, Avalon 2, you guys, Kickstarter, go check it out. Want to get that one funded? Like, just you look at it, you see 52 days, you go, I got plenty of time. Look, this one don't cost that much. Just go back it. You're probably still gonna have $10 a couple months from now when it.
I know that's always the thing I hear too.
Get some money.
I have 50 days. Yep, I have 60 days. Don't worry about it. So I even with the last Kickstarter, it's the same deal. Where it's just like a lot of people did their donations the last like 15 days, and I'm like, oh, where were you at? You know, you like you said, you had $10 60 days from now. What's the difference? It's $10. You know, just buy
people like me might not have $10 60 days from now, but most people do.
I get it. Here's the thing, I get that. So I don't even.
I'm sure, about. Pops. I'm sure you have like a pocket somewhere with a $10 bill in it. You have no idea.
No, you know what I have? I have some older consecutive ones. You know how you get consecutive serial numbers? Yeah, I save them if they're mint, if they're nice, fresh, minted. You know, it's like if I find consecutives, I save them. So I got a little stack of $1 bills over there somewhere. But
there you go.
That's the only money I collect. All the rest of it gets spent. I'm broke. What can I tell you? I like comics.
I understand. I think we're all broke.
Now this, dude.
I think last time I talked to you, we were almost at goal, and now we're almost double goal. So
yes,
we're moving. We're moving.
Very nice, and appreciate all 81 of you people that are getting up.
Yes, thank you, everybody.
You know what's up.
I bug them all the time and praise them and praise them and praise them. They're huge egos. It's terrible.
And this is why you have a trailer, Brandon, so that you don't have to say near as much.
Oh, I say way too much in the trailer.
You give them the whole story, huh?
Poorly, yeah. It was a rough day. The day I filmed this was a rough day. I felt bad for my friend that was editing it because I couldn't spit out two sentences without tripping over myself. So,
and that's why we're gonna play it right now.
Oh yay! Hi, my name is Jay Mooers. I am the creator of Fae, a tabletop roleplay game where you are the monster. Fae takes place in the modern human world. There are cell phones, there are cameras everywhere. It's a very dangerous time for Fae creatures because the most important thing is that they cannot be discovered by humans. Some of them can look human, get away with more than others, but they all have their own Fae things to do, whether it's stealing from people, whether it's lurking in shadows and eating things they're not supposed to. Whatever it is, every creature has its own goals, but the most important thing you have to remember as a Fae creature is do not be caught. Players create characters that are monsters that inhabit the modern human world. It's an urban fantasy. Players can choose from up to 35 different races in the first book, and then they choose an element that their character is strong in. They create their character, and then they set forth amongst the people to do whatever mischievous things they choose to do. In Fae, it's a D10 game system. It's a whole new system where you roll versus your stats or your opponent's stats. There are 6 stats that every character has that include strength, speed, wit, intelligence, charm, and sneak. Now, every single ability in this game is tied to one stat or another. So when you're casting that ability, you are rolling against either your own stat or your opponent's stat. Fairy average is 5 and human average is 6. Just so you have an idea. So once you have, say you have a 9 strength, you are a hulking brute, far stronger than most people. So you're probably a troll, but you could be a gnome, which would be very scary. But the most important rule for all of Fae is to not get caught. So to play Fae, you need to have a rule book, some paper, pencils, and some 10-sided dice. Ideally, having 10 10-sided dice would enable you to cast everything in the game in one roll, and there's really nothing more satisfying than grabbing a big heaping handful of dice and throwing them out and wreaking havoc on everybody on the board. The rulebook and dice set can both be purchased through this Kickstarter. I'm doing this Kickstarter campaign to print the book. The book has already been created, and it will be finished by the time the Kickstarter is over. Most of the artwork in the book was done by me, but some of the artwork was done by some other artists, including Rusty Gilligan, Jim Lawson, Mark Midorosian, and Ryan Santos. It also has some short stories in it that tie into the game and give you ideas on how to play, written by some published authors, including Rose Racine and Christy McDowell. And basically what I need now is to just help fund the printing of the book. And I'm not sure where that music came from, but there it is. So it's a tabletop roleplay game. I've been play testing it at conventions. I've actually been hopping around to different hobby shops and playing games with people. And I'd say 95% of the people who have played it have pledged to the campaign.
What would be better than a live demonstration?
Nothing's better than a live demonstration.
Dude, you know, we could get a few people and play this game online.
I would love to. I actually have a couple of other podcasts. I mean, they're not as prolific as you, Pops, but I have a couple others that have already set up some gaming sessions that we're going to do some online gaming.
Dude, I would give a show to a gamer if somebody wants to run a campaign anytime.
Well, if you want to find a window where you and we can get maybe 5 other buddies, we can do a full-blown 2-hour session if you want.
2 hours? Is that really long enough?
Not really, no. I have for Comic-Con.
No, what I'm talking about is an episodic thing where we
okay, you want to go, okay,
play the game.
Yes,
what I'm
all right.
And then the people watching can become familiar with the game, and they might want to back the game and play it themselves.
Sounds good to me. Let's find some people, and let's do this.
I'd love to, man. Look, we'll get together afterwards. We'll figure out a time slot that works for you.
Okay.
Real quick. I am gonna head out of here because something just we gotta get out of here too. So I appreciate you having me, Pops. Every time I'm on here, it's awesome. I appreciate it.
And Brandon, if you want to play games, let me know. We'll hook you up.
Oh yeah, you keep me updated. If you're posting on the Facebook page and all that stuff, I'm always paying attention to it. So if you post something, StreamYard and all that stuff, we'll figure something out and we'll do it.
Dude, sweet. There's one. We got one player,
Right.
Jay.
You already sucked me in. Yeah. Nice meeting you as well. All right.
Nice meeting you too. Thanks. And the artwork looks great. I can't vouch for the story yet, but the artwork I saw looked great.
Okay. Yeah. Hopefully the story is just as good. Huh? You know. Have a good one. Okay.
You too.
Right, take it easy. Thanks for coming out, Brandon.
Yep.
Just like that. I love it. Yeah, man. I mean, I'm playing in a couple other games.
Yeah.
I think one of the people that's running one of the games is going to have it on her channel. So that's, I want a game show, a show based on an actual game.
Yep.
On StreamYard or on the network. Actually, I want to. I'd love to get my sponsor involved in that because he has Laughing Rogue also has a game, RPG game.
Very cool.
Actually, a couple of them. He sent me a box, dude. Gods of Metal, a card game.
Okay.
Dude, I don't even know what
the cards made out of metal.
No, check it out. Let me show you. Oh, he sent me a bunch of stuff. The big game is called Slaughterhouse, and it's kind of like yours where you can be Jason or any of the classic movie, crazies. Slaughterville. And this is heavy. Like, there's a lot of cards in this thing, man.
Oh, yeah.
It is heavy. Okay. So Fun and Horror, right?
Yep. Fun and Horror.
Laughing Rogue. He's one of our new sponsors. Came with billing cards.
Nice.
Right. Got all the stats for a couple different billings. Okay. So, a bunch of the extra decks. So it's like
you're all set. We need official Pops game nights.
Then there's this. Look at this.
Gods of Metal. Nice.
The Gods of Metal. Did you ever want to be in a rock band?
I kind of was. I dated a rock. My ex-wife was a rocker.
You see what I'm saying? You can.
It was a little rough being the husband of the rocker.
Hang out with Ozzy or Slash. It's great. You can recognize the people on the cover of this.
So are they all like slightly changed names to protect the innocent?
But yeah, he sent me all this stuff, man, and it's like gaming is big.
It is really big, especially since people were forced to stay home for so long.
Yeah. So, we're doing that thing, and I'd love to get him to run a game too. What's up, Good Stuff? Yeah, maybe we get Good Stuff to run one game on his channel, and because he'd have to do it in the middle of the night. Man, I can't stay up. Look, okay, it is summertime now. I don't have to get up with the kids at 5 o'clock in the morning, so I'll try to catch some of your late night shows, Good Stuff. But man, it's rough staying up till 3 and then getting up at 6.
Yeah,
his shows start at 1:30 in the morning or something. You're like,
Yep.
So, but it's one of the better shows. It's one of the better shows out of all of them that I watch. It's like his is an entertainment show. It's like old variety show.
Oh yeah,
comedy skits and they talk about comics and okay.
Is it live only, or can you watch the episodes after the fact?
Oh yeah, you can still watch it.
Okay, I'll have to check it out.
Yeah,
because I'm not going to be up at 3 o'clock in the morning. If I am, something's really wrong.
Yeah. But yeah, you check out his channel, subscribe to his channel. Like I said, it's one of the better shows. His shows are some of the better shows. There's no crap. It's all well put together, well edited, just a joy to watch, man. If you're just looking for something to watch that's comic related, Good Stuff shows.
Sounds good to me. I'm always looking to have something playing when I'm working here in the studio. So I always tend to run out of the things I listen to, and then I'm like, oh, now what am I gonna do? Yeah.
Well, dang. I'm just watching this thing, this PlayStation initialization thing. I'm just like, man, if I go to sign in and I still can't sign in, I'm gonna be hot.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna be HOT hot. Yeah, no. There you go. There's his channel right there.
Awesome. I'll check it out. Good stuff.
And I don't know if do you have a wrench over there in my chat on YouTube?
Do I have a?
If not, you need to say hi on the YouTube chat. Not in StreamYard, but on the YouTube chat. Just say hi so I can give you a wrench. Then you can pop in any show we're doing and drop your link.
Hey, there it is.
Woo. You see?
Yeah.
It's like if you notice, everybody's got a wrench, right?
Yep.
And I do that just because I want you guys all to be able to promote. It's like I can't remember all the people I talk to all the freaking time and put a name to the campaign. And
it helps that there's a name right there underneath me. It's kind of like wearing a name tag.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is when I'm sitting here, rather than me try to remember everybody's links and drop them all in the chat and promote everybody, I just give you guys all a wrench. So You can promote yourself. Just drop your link. It doesn't matter what show I'm doing.
Yeah.
You
Just
know,
come
it could
on
be
in and share. Yeah.
Yeah, it could be Tuesday morning, it could be whatever, but you have to have one of them blue wrenches in order to drop your link. And if you don't say hi in the YouTube chat, I can't give you one of them little blue wrenches.
I understand.
So just go over there and say, hi, chat. Because, yeah, you know, self-promotion is the biggest part of this, man. A lot of people don't get it.
Yeah.
Next to the actual creation of the product.
Yep.
Self-promotion is the biggest thing you're going to do for yourself, man.
I know. You got to get it out there. If nobody sees it, doesn't make a noise. Wait.
That's right.
Someone hears it, no, it doesn't make a noise.
If somebody hears it, they still might not see it. You got to get out there and be in the face. Look, I look at people like Brian Polito.
Yep.
That guy don't slow down.
Oh no.
That guy don't.
I don't think he sleeps.
But look, I'm just saying this in general to everybody. Look, when you got a campaign and you're doing a video representing it, you want to be animated about how excited you are to be doing this. And that's how you get a fan base. And that's how you sell a few thousand copies in a month on a crowdfunding campaign.
Right.
Is you have to energize your fan base. You have to create that draw. Okay. I can remember the first time I see a Brian Polito video and he's like, turbocharged, turbocharged, turbocharged. You guys don't believe what you're going to get now. And the actual thing what he was talking about was, I think it was the first time they did the black metal covers. They did 13 of them. And it was John Boy Myers, I think. Maybe it was the second black metal cover, but John Boy Myers cover. 13 of them. I got number 13 of 13.
That's the luckiest one to get.
Dude, if you get number 13 from Brian Polito, you know, it's like, so that kind of energy is what got me to back his book.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? I
hear you.
I was a bigger Evil Ernie fan back in the day than I was Lady Death. You know,
I've done some Evil Ernie work.
You see what I'm saying? I was a much bigger Evil Ernie fan back in the day than I was Lady Death. That's not saying she wasn't real presentable and all that. It's just wasn't my kind of book.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
Now, 20 years later, 30 years later, I love Lady Death. You know, I mean, a whole bunch of good stuff's come out of that series since then. So, you know,
yeah.
Can I say? But that's that animation that you can see that he loves his product. You can see that he loves what he's doing. That he's, you know, just gushing with that energy, man.
Yep. Sorry, so I should be like, oh my God, you guys have to try Faye. Be the monster. Yeah, I should probably be like that instead of stumbling, muttering in a video.
That video is classic though, because you can tell that's the real you. You know?
And just so you know, every time an image popped up, it was because they had to edit because that's where we had to cut it and switch to another line. But he did a really good job making it sound like I knew what I was talking about for a whole 4 minutes.
Now next time though, you want some art, some
some explosions,
some players talking about it as opposed to you.
I have a two playing videos that I should have them online Wednesday.
Okay.
They're one of them's a full game session. It's a 2-hour video, and a full game being I took one of my convention modules, which are shorter full games, but it's enough so everyone can sample the game. And then I have a highlight reel with interviews with the people playing the game, that kind of thing. So those will be up in a couple days.
Cool. So your Flora affinity, this is power base, I'm assuming.
Yep. So in this game, all the abilities, kind of like in a lot of video games, how you climb like a skill tree.
Right.
In this game, you climb affinity trees, and in affinity, there are 7 different ones, and Flora is one of them. So this is like mastery of plants,
This is for you poison ivy people.
Oh yeah. So one thing I made sure when I created this game is I could create any X-Men or superhero I could possibly think of. There are ways of using abilities and mixing abilities on here that you could make any superhero you could think of. I mean, I was like really kind of delving into some weird ones, and I was like, how could this work? I'm like, well, if you bought this ability and then you bought this ability and you mixed them together, that would do the same exact freaking thing. So okay, we got that one.
I can remember playing the first Marvel Universe board game.
Yep.
Way back when, and you could create a character of your own. And I lived in the desert. So, I had to have a rattlesnake. I had to have a rattlesnake related character, superhero, whatever.
Yep. It wasn't like a scaly baby with a rattle, was it?
Yeah, but the rattle was a club.
Well, that too.
But yeah, man, video game RPGs, video games, all this stuff has evolved so much. Can you remember?
It has. Yep.
Can you remember the beginning Pokemon?
Oh, I remember way before Pokemon. I remember Dragon Warrior being like the first video game RPG on Nintendo. And I remember when somebody would discover
the card games. The card games. Pokemon.
Oh, yeah, the old Pokemon or
the first two, right?
Magic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, see, and I never got into either one. My son was a huge Pokemon fan, but I think it was more to collect the cards than it was to play the game.
And it's kind of like an in-between thing. I know a lot of people. I used to be into Magic a lot, but it got so massive. I was too overwhelmed. I'm like, I can't spend the time on this anymore. I'm like, so I ended up vacating it. So that's like kind of one of the things that when I created this game, I wanted to make it so that the rules are simple enough that you could grab Joe Schmo, sit him down next to you, in about 10, 15 minutes, he would understand exactly how the whole game works.
Nice.
So
that's what I need.
Yep. So I haven't played RPGs since like college, and that was a while ago. And
I mean,
I sat down.
Like Roll20 make it really easy to get back into gaming.
Yeah, it helped a lot. So I sat down and started looking at fifth edition Dungeons and Dragons, and I'm like, oh man, there's so many rules. I'm like, I want to play, but I'm gonna have to just play with someone else who already knows the rules because there's too many for me to figure out. And that's when I started thinking about this game, and I'm like, I need a way of streamlining it. There are tons of abilities. There's tons of different ways you can build your character, but they all work the same way. So once you learn how it works, you can read any ability and you understand what it does.
Right.
So it's basically the learning curve is just understanding the tie-in to your stats and your abilities. And as soon as you got that figured out, which even at a noisy Comic-Con, like in 15 minutes with tons of people pushing around the table, the people sitting at that table got it figured out in like 15 minutes. So I can just be like, all right, what level are you casting? And we just jump right in it, So
nice.
That's one thing I was thrilled with this game is that it's got a lot of variety, but it's very simple.
I think what we need to do is we need to talk to Chris over at Laughing Rogue, have him set up a game, you set up a game, you can play in his game, he can play in your game.
That sounds awesome.
But you run yours and he
either way, you get to play in 2 games.
Well, yeah, of course, I get to be playing in 4 then, but that's beside the point. Now, see, the reason I say that is because you know the rules for your game.
Yep.
Nobody better to run an online game of yours than
That's one of the things I'm looking forward to a lot. When the Kickstarter's over and I distribute the books, other people can finally start running games, so I don't have to run every game in existence.
And see, and it's the same way with him. It's like I'm looking at this box, this huge box, and all these cards, and I'm like, man, I need you to run this thing. I'll play with you,
right?
But you need to run this so that you can make
the
sure
guy who
that
already
we're
knows
playing
the
right.
rules. Yeah, exactly.
I want to learn the right way to play it. I don't want to be making up my own rules because I didn't understand that rule. I want you there to tell me, to teach me to play your game, and then I can teach other people.
Here we go. Spread the love.
So yeah, I even talked to Max. He's running one of the games too. You know,
we got this whole game thing going on now. When are you fitting that in your schedule, Pops?
Well, let's see. I do the CromCon's only 1 weekend a month. Okay, so Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 1 weekend a month is tied up.
Yep.
But I have Monday evening, afternoon, evening, I do a show. I have Tuesday morning, I do a show.
Yep.
I game on Wednesday. I'm soon to be gaming on Thursday. Friday and Saturday are my possible golf days. And then Sunday is open draw stream, the show offs. So basically Sunday through Tuesday, I have shows, but I have open windows.
Right. Okay.
Monday morning, Tuesday afternoon, or, Tuesday later afternoon, all day Thursday. Well, no, Thursday morning, Wednesday afternoon. I have windows where I have time.
Yep. I understand. I'm the same way. My schedule's, I got stuff every day, and it's like we just got to find a window that lines up,
and
we can find it to line up with a couple other people, and off we can go.
I'm not giving up my Saturdays.
I understand. I can't give up my Friday nights if I want to stay married. So
there you go. But yeah, like Saturday is like the one day that I have open that I might be able to go golf.
Yep.
So that's my. Hopefully we get a few Fridays in, but what can I say? We go when we can, and as long as you're having fun, everybody do whatever.
Yep.
This whole comic related madness group, reignited something for me. It gave me a new life direction, promoting what all you guys do. Playing games and reading comics and playing golf and hanging out with my grandkids. It's like
it's a rough life, isn't it? It's rough.
It can't get much better, bro.
Nope.
I mean, somebody to share it all with. That's the only thing missing. But I ain't crying about that because I've had some really great women in my life. They're still good friends of mine. I didn't miss out on all that. I just ain't attached to any of them right now.
Yep. You're just freelancing right now. That's all.
I'm just trying to have a good time. That's the whole thing. I'll find somebody that has a good time doing the same kind of stuff that I do. Be all right.
Awesome. I'll keep my eyes peeled for you.
Now, who's doing this art right here? Who is this?
Oh, that's me.
Really?
Yep.
Dude. That's pretty bomb, bro.
Well, thank you. I mean, I do the comics and stuff, right?
Well, yeah, I know, but I mean, I was just like, I left this hanging up here not knowing it was yours.
Oh, yeah.
Just because I thought it was badass.
I actually drew that while I was in the ER waiting room when my wife got hurt one day.
Now, there's some other names you mentioned, friends of mine, like Rusty Gilligan.
Oh, yeah. Rusty Gilligan's the man. He and I talk every day. He's like one of my best friends.
Dude, he sent my grandson a whole bunch of signed cards and stuff, and a couple.
He probably has some that I did.
Yeah, good stuff, man.
Yeah,
good dude. A couple of artist proofs, like a Batman and stuff. Some stuff that he drew that was, I was like, cool.
Yeah, he's done a bunch of artwork for this. In fact, I just posted up add-ons. He sent me all the originals. So I have like a whole bunch of Rusty originals.
Nice.
That are available as add-ons on the Kickstarter. They're all illustrations from the book. He did the icons, so you can even buy like the original drawings of the icons from the game. That was done by me. There's the map. He did the first map for the game.
Gotta have a map. Comic book, game, don't matter what.
Maps.
Gotta have a map.
Yep.
So this is your basic,
this is a character sheet. This is one of the characters from one of the like pre-made characters for the convention games. This is Zinkles. He's kind of a crowd favorite. He's a brownie.
Like he's steampunk Yoda.
Well, he's about 4 inches tall, and he's the human expert because he has a flip phone. It's essentially his backpack is a flip phone. He'll put it down in front of him, fold it open, and he'll text his mom, stuff like that.
I love it. I love it.
So yeah, they bring him along because he knows humans.
Now, the digital copy. How does that translate the same?
Yes, it's you get the entire rule book in PDF form that way.
All right. And then a player's guide. The
Player's
game.
guide is like the first couple chapters. It gives you the information to make a character and to play the character, but it doesn't give you all the rest of the rules of the game, or the monsters or the adventures. That's what you would need the Fey game for.
And then you have the deluxe, where you get the PDFs, the actual physical copies as well.
Yeah.
Some dice.
Oh yeah. You get a set of 10-sided dice.
Nice. Very nice. Master screen.
Yep, so that the players can't peek at what the guy running the game's doing.
More cards.
Oh yeah, you gotta have cards.
More dice.
Yep.
I like the dice. Looking good.
My wife
dice?
has just gotten into dice now.
She's the one making them?
No, she got into because I was designing the dice for the game and stuff. She kind of started loving dice. She started ordering specialty dice and stuff like that.
There you go.
There you go. So those are like the different elements that your character can be based off of, and you can buy a set of die of the specific element that whichever one you choose is your favorite.
Cool. And there she is.
Yep.
And who's that? That's Faye, right?
That's her name. Actually, that's Queen Dawn. She's one of the fairy queens in the game.
Oh, my sister's name is Dawn. Don't ever put Queen in front of Dawn. Yee!
There's 3 queens that rule the fairy world in this game, and she's one of them. Cool. She's the one obsessed with material possessions and shiny things. So it's only appropriate that we actually have a shiny thing statue of her.
Well, it's funny. I know I said earlier that when my son first started getting me into, introducing me to Pokemon cards, it was like he was collecting. He wanted to have all, Charizard. Yep. He wanted to have all the cards, right?
Yep.
Now I know that, he's from what he's turned his kids on to. It's like he had the Pokemon Game Boys, the Nintendo, everything, all the video game Pokemons, and he can play all that shit good.
Yep.
And all the Munchkins can play it good too.
So you stand no chance if you sit down and play with them, huh?
Oh, he got, the old school Game Boys, the little square ones, and they play on that. And they had to go through the same stuff. He's like, you're going to go through the same thing that I went through.
All the way from the beginning.
Yeah, if you're gonna, you're not just gonna jump in at the 2020 Pokemon. You got to go back to the 1990 Pokemon.
We're getting rid of color. We're going back to the squares and blipping.
What's up, Glenn? Hey,
my project's not finished either.
Yeah. It's like there's such a small amount of people that can actually get everything done before, you have to have a wallet to get it all done before you launch.
Well, what happened to me is I started hitting stretch goals, and now I have to add a bunch of stuff to the book.
But this is a game. It's a game book in a game, and it's like, wow, there's a lot involved in this.
Yeah.
A lot more than just writing a book, for sure. The troll. Look, he does look a little bit like our troll, doesn't he?
So that's the large. Yeah, definitely related. You could actually play your troll in this game if you wanted to. You could make your troll.
He's down. He might eat stuff.
Oh, you notice he has the ability, if you read his racial ability on there, called Munchies.
Yeah.
If he's eating while he fights, he gets bonuses to combat. As long as he's eating while he fights. Like one hand, fighting with the other hand.
so he can rip somebody's arm off and just start chewing on it and get extra
Exactly.
points for
Yes,
that?
he can.
Yeah, I think I think games through. I've read a couple thousand sci-fi and swords and sorcery and high fantasy books. A few thousand, maybe a few thousand more than a few thousand, but you know what I mean? I've read a lot of books, man, and when I game, it's like all the ideas are coming.
Oh, they're all there.
Head,
Plus all the ones you come up with on your own.
That's what I mean. It's like the strategy and everything is like, man, I'm like right there. I'm like, hey, what do you guys think about this? They'll all be ready to go. And it's like, wait a minute. What do you guys think about this? Maybe we should do this first. You know?
Just so you know, it is very difficult in the modern human world to sneak around inconspicuously as a troll.
I can imagine. It's hard to sneak around.
I mean, maybe at a rock concert you can get away with it or something, but
any kind of yes, it's a game, Stephen. Yes, it's a game.
It is so a game.
It is a very game.
It's a tabletop role play game.
And you can be the monster.
Yep.
Look at that.
There I am.
And there's your dude. Now look.
Yep.
I've heard stories that dude's friends with Marmalade. Is this true?
But Simon's friends with Marmalade? Yeah, they hit it off. They still write to each other. He doesn't talk to me about it though. I think he's a little embarrassed.
Man, I seen them hanging out together. I know.
Yeah.
Damn puppets are taking over the world.
In fact, I don't know where the two of them are right now.
RJ, where's Marmalade? He's probably watching. He sits in the backstage all the time. Or I mean, our studios are back to back.
Yep, I remember you telling me about that last time. I met Marmalade. I think last time I was on your podcast.
Yeah, that's as soon as you showed your dude, I was like, RJ, get out here, bring Marmalade. Got to do it. It's entertainment, man.
It is, and I'll tell you, at a Comic-Con or something, it's amazing what you can get away with saying to people as long as the puppet is the one saying it to people.
Yes.
It's hilarious.
Yes.
I'm like, if I said this, you'd slap me, but he says it, you're all laughing.
It's wonderful. So you got Jim Lawson, who you already mentioned, yes. And
yep.
Ryan Santos is the illustrator. So is that for like, I mean, I know you're drawing too.
I've done probably 80% of the illustrations in this book. Okay. And then these are friends of mine who love the project and wanted to get involved.
Cool.
So they've just helped out, and I can't thank them enough. And I have a couple authors. I'm waiting until I get the finished stories from them before I put them up there, because I don't want to put them up there and then people expect to be getting their stories, and then they never finish it and it doesn't end up in there. So I'm kind of like just waiting on a couple of those.
Right. So I'm going to get back up here to list real quick. Here we go. The reward tiers, yo.
And there's a crap ton of add-ons.
So that's, this is the basics of what you can get. That Fade Deluxe has all the dice, the game, the books, everything. That's what you're talking
Fade Deluxe is nice if you want to like put together the whole team, because you get the rule book for the guy running the game, and you get 2 of the players' books, so you can give them to your buddies to make their characters, and you're ready to go.
There you go. And then you tell them to give them books to 2 other people, so you got 4 people ready to
right. That's right. It starts getting a little crazy around 8. I think that's the biggest group I've had so far. It's hard to keep keep track of everybody, especially when they all start going in different directions.
and talking about off-topic stuff.
Off topic or things that what I do actually. I had one character who played a character whose intelligence was so low. Every time he talked off topic, I was rolling dice. He goes, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm deciding if your character is saying this out loud."
See, incorporate it all.
That's right. So suddenly he was like, "Oh, I better be careful what I say."
And
I said, "Oh, you just said that out loud."
I don't know if I showed you this or not, but I'm gonna have to show you this. This is my avatar for my ranger.
Very nice.
My half elf ranger.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the games I play in. Where I use
are you playing that in Dungeons and Dragons or Pathfinder or what?
That's in the the Strahd.
Oh, you're doing the Strahd campaign?
Yeah, on
Cool.
Roll20. Yeah,
Yep.
that's the one Max is running.
Very cool.
Allison's going to run a game but it's based on her world from her
Yep.
comic, and so she's going to run that game. Now I get you to run this game, and I get Chris to run Gods of Metal. We be rocking, boy.
We got, and I'll tell you, I'll jump in any of these as long as I can fit them in my schedule. I'd love to try all these games.
Yeah, me too. Dude, as far as Allison's game goes, I think we're going to be starting that maybe on Thursday. If you want to, I think Thursday.
Let me check the
afternoon.
Let me check
Thursday afternoon, like 2:00. I think is.
2:00 can be tough. Still working the day job at that point.
See, and that's one.
Unless the Kickstarter really takes off, I gotta keep going.
Y'all buy this book now so he can play.
You want me to play? Go Fade Deluxe. Everybody get the Fade Deluxe.
That's it. So now I'm gonna switch gears a little bit here. For those of you who know about Reaper Destroyer and Joe Sontag's ash cans, they came out before the book. I won one of these the other night on Apex Comics channel. And Joe just lives like 25 minutes away, so I didn't have to wait very long for the mail to get this one here.
Couldn't just drop it off for you, huh?
Oh, hold on to your hats, Joe. You know Joe. You know he's been out here on the show. He comes out to CromCon. Oh, man. Masking tape on bubble wrap.
Guaranteed not to fall out.
Oh, man. Woohoo! Hold up. I got to embiggen this.
Get it bigger. Come on, let's see this.
Oh, look at this. Reaper Destroyer, the ash can, signed by Joe.
Nice.
I think there's like a little print or something back here, too. Hold on. Let's see what else in here. Oh, yes. And I am not going to touch anything but the edges of this book because it's like got a hollow foil type of cover. I ain't putting no printies on this. Look at that.
That is gorgeous.
Let's see if you can get a little glimpse of the shiny.
Woohoo!
Yeah, that's very nice, Joe.
That looks great.
Try to show the inside a little bit without screwing it out. Yeah, we got some character.
You're losing. You're going down on your appraisal numbers now. Now it's a 9.8.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm getting this back in there before it does get messed up. Oh, I love it. Very nice, Joe. Thank you. And then it came with a little Reaper Destroyer print.
Nice.
Very nice stuff. Joe Sontag, everybody. You know what's up. He comes out to CromCon pretty regular, so you will see more of his stuff. We share it. We like Joe. Joe's good people. There you go. Yes, indeed. Beautiful. Reaper Destroyer, everybody. Go check it out.
That's great.
Mark Polton, Matt Banning, Eric Weathers, Brian Valenza, and Joe Weems. There you go. Whole team involved in that. Good stuff. Thank you, Joe. Apex. All right.
So everybody look under your seats. You all have a copy.
You get a copy, and you get a copy, and you get a copy. No, I'm not. But you can buy a copy. You all can get a copy. Just like that. Of everything we do.
Without Pop's fingerprints on it.
9 hours left on that, huh? Stephen, would you drop that link, please, in the chat? Oh, dude, it's beautiful. Very nice. So, Jay, I'm pretty sure you signed up for CromCon, right?
Oh yeah, I'll be here or there.
So I will see you in a couple weeks for sure anyway, but if anything happens that you want to come out and update people on, whatever, just let me know. We always got a time for you, man.
Awesome. Thank you. And let me know when the games are happening. As long as they're not midday, I can probably make them. So
Wednesday and Thursday evening both work for me. So
okay. Maybe we can do like a bi-weekly Wednesday or Thursday or something like that.
Yeah, that works for me. If you, I'll throw it out there to Allison and Max and see, if
Yeah,
they're
maybe we
down,
can do like an alternating, like have like a certain window. And this week we're playing this one, and then we hop to that one, and we all mingle.
That could work too. I'm thinking with you and Laughing Rogue, we could do the 2 horror games alternating. You do 1 week, he does 1 week, go back and forth. That'd work.
That sounds good.
So, all right, I'll get you and Chris in the chat, in the backstage chat. We'll figure something out.
Sounds good. Thank you very much, Pops.
You bet, man. Thanks for coming out. As always, everybody go check out Jay Mooers' Faye, the game. Get the player's guide. Get all that stuff. Get the deluxe set. Shit. So you got the dice too.
Oh, yeah. Thanks.
Now, we need a little trailer that ain't you talking, though.
I know. I gotta
just
get that
a little 30-second face showing the monsters. Yeah, just a little 30-second something that I can play before or after my show.
You got it. I'll have it for next time, I swear.
All right, brother.
Thank you.
You bet. You have a good day, man.
You too. Talk later, Pops.
You will. I like gaming. You'll hear from me, no doubt. All right. I do have, let's see. I think I got all the commercials in before the show. But, yeah. You guys know what's up. Comic books for kids. If you have a kid-friendly book out there, add a tier to your campaign where somebody like me can buy your book for myself or my grandkids, as well as a kid in a hospital somewhere. 100% of the proceeds go to those kids. Go check it out. Give Mark a call. You know what to do. Comic books for kids, yo.
Comic Books for Kids provides comic books to kids in hospitals and cancer centers across the U.S. It's a place where we can all work together to make sure every child has a comic book. 100% of all proceeds go towards the kids. It's about making a difference, and while they're in the hospital, allowing them to fly like a superhero, battle dragons, or rescue teddy bears. We are in every state in the country and now support over 160 hospitals. Every month, we add more.